Hey everyone, it's John here from stopsaving.com. So this is just a quick little video explainer which is going to be inserted into a blog post on a strategy that I've backtested using ChatGPT and TradingView. The strategy is quite simple. It's buy the S&P 500 index when the 21-week exponential moving average crosses and closes above the 50-week simple moving average. That would be the buy signal, and the sell signal is when the 21-week exponential moving average crosses back below the 50-week simple moving average. So I've gone back and forth with TradingView or ChatGPT, and eventually it's given me this code over here which works. So I'm going to copy this code, and I've used ChatGPT 4 over here. It just seems to be a lot better at finding code correct quicker, and here we have effectively the chart. So this is TradingView, just a fresh chart I've opened up. I've used the SPX index, so S&P 500. I've set it to a weekly time frame. You can set it to any time frame, and you can also use any assets for it, but I just find the results seem to be a lot better with a weekly time frame. Obviously cuts out a lot of the noise, and the strategy tends to work better, at least from the results. So now that I've got the code, I'm going to copy that in, and once I've got this blank TradingView chart up, I can go to something down here called the Pine editor, and then I can copy and paste the code into the Pine editor. Now I've already put the code in here, but I'm just going to repaste it in. So get rid of that, and I copy the code back into this Pine editor section. First thing I do is I click add to chart, and now what it's done is it's actually added the and if you just look over here, you can see it's added both the moving averages as well as the buy orders, when to buy and then when to get out of the position and move to cash, i.e. close that buy order. The yellow line is the 21-week exponential moving average, and the blue line is the 50-week simple moving average in this case. So looking at the strategy tester again, I go back to the Pine editor. I'm happy with the strategy, it works, so I can save that, and now I've saved the strategy to my own indicator section in TradingView. And obviously you can do this with any strategy, as long as you're happy with the code and it works. Sometimes there will be errors, but that's when you kind of have to go back and forth with ChatGPT, which can be quite painful, but worth it in the end. So if I go to strategy tester, this is where it gets interesting. Basically this is giving me the results of how the strategy would have performed, and in this case it's the S&P 500 index going back all the way to 1880. Now the first thing you'll notice is it says the net profit over here is 3.45% of the entire strategy, which obviously this is based on certain parameters, and that's incorrect. So what I'll do is I'll go to this little settings bar here in the strategy section, and I'll change those properties. Now it's using order size of contracts. That's the reason it's giving strange figures. So what I can do is I can say percent of equity as the size of my trade, and I can make that 100. So every time it trades the full amount of what's in the trading account. Commission, every time you trade there's going to be fees, so I'm going to put 0.1% over here as the percentage commission paid or trading fee on each trade. If I then click OK, the results are a bit more realistic, and just to confirm, I've started this with an initial capital of 100,000. I can change it to 1,000. It doesn't really matter, you can change it to whatever you want, but the results will come up. So it's made 47 trades. The average trade has returned 17.67%, and that's taken 79 weeks to be in that trade before getting out on average. Profitable percentage of them is 63.83, which is pretty good. Obviously not perfect, but good statistics over those 47 trades. You can also go to performance summary, and you can kind of dig deeper into things. So for example, I can look at things like the average winning trade, so the trades that were profitable, on average those made 34.71%, and the average losing trades, so the trades that were not profitable, lost 12.4%. The biggest loss, largest losing trade, was 27.4%, so obviously that can happen. You can see here, for example, how getting in over there back in April 2019, you would have had the COVID drop, or the when the pandemic hit, markets went down in 2020 of March, and you ended up getting out at a loss after it closed. So that's an example of a trade that went badly. So that's the strategy. Obviously, you can do it on anything. So if I wanted to do it on the NASDAQ, for example, it hasn't fired just yet, but same story. You can go strategy tester and check it. It's actually percentage profitability is higher on the NASDAQ, which is pretty interesting. So there you go. That's basically how you take code from ChatGPT and you copy and paste it into TradingView, and you can use it with any code and any chart. Cheers and have a good one. Thanks.